Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys. Welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, guys. You already know what time it is. Another exclusive interview in the building. It's Real Life Topics Podcast, guys. Every interview on Real Life Topics Podcast is exclusive, and it gets more exclusive as the months go past. And of course, the first interview of the year, it can't get no more exclusive than this. Miss Rachel L. Gary in the building.
Thank you. Coming.
Yes, finally we made it.
Rachel L. Gary, leadership coach and author. And actually, I have an introduction that I wanted to present to you guys because some of you guys might be asleep on who Rachel is. And of course, once again, she is a leadership coach and an author of one of the #1 books out of Chicago, Illinois, one of the best authors that I know of out of Chicago, Illinois. And I just wanted to let you guys also know that she does have a book called Forged in Fire, Poverty to Six Figures, Breaking the Chain to Gain Creator of Master the Habits You Achieve Your Goals Journal, the Say I'm Possible Academy, and host of Wake Up CEO Show. I also wanted to let you guys know that Rachel L. Gary inspires others to embrace their potential through clarity, empowerment, and ownership, while also empowers individuals to cultivate transformative habits for self-development, fostering the essentials to CEO mindset required for enduring success. Once again, guys, I want to let you know that Rachel L. Gary is an advocate for personal development through her books, courses, and videos, encouraging individuals to become the CEO of their lives by fostering resilience and purpose in every journey. Guys, welcome to Real Life Topics Podcast, Miss Rachel.
Thank you. That was an intro, man. We gotta put her on the intro campaign. That's what she had.
Yes, Miss Rachel L. Gary. That was my definition and my summary of who Miss Rachel L. Gary is.
Come back off your mic.
Could you let Real Life Topics Podcast audience know who is Rachel L. Gary?
Man, you did such a good job. I don't know. I just could put you in as the stunt double and just make it happen. So, as Stephanie so elegantly alluded to, I am a leadership coach, award-winning author, host of Wake Up CEO, as well as the CEO Mastermind. What I do is I remind individuals of who you are. And that's that power by your choices and owns your direction. That's who I talk to. And that's who you.
Okay. There you have it, guys. Miss Rachel L. Gary's definition of who she is. But I want to get deeper into who Rachel is. Rachel, you're from Chicago?
Yeah.
Are you from Chicago, Rachel? So you're born and raised in Chicago?
I was born and raised on the south side of Chicago, everywhere from 67th and Western all the way to the lakefront.
Okay.
So you kind of over east too.
So I was out there, as they wilding out in the streets back in the day.
And so when did you discover that you wanted a CEO mindset?
Or that you had the CEO mindset?
That you had it. When did you discover that you wanted to let the world know about it?
And who I am. I've always been the one that people come and talk to when they are having challenges. I've always been the level-headed one. I was the one who I don't drink, never have. I don't smoke, never have. Cigarettes or anything else. I'm not judging. Y'all have fun. But been a level-headed one. But I've always been who finds the solutions to problems. And being a CEO all happened 1 January cold. One more time. Freezing January 7th of January 4th on a front porch in Mozart Park. I was homeless, sleeping on my sister-in-law's couch, and realized that I had gone awry. I had not utilized my circle of genius in the most positive way.
So when your book, you write books, and what was the name of your first book that you wrote?
One more time, Stephanie.
What was the name of the first book that you ever wrote?
Ooh, first book I ever wrote was Dominating the Leg Up, Getting Promoted in 6 months. That's the first book I wrote, and it's an ebook. So that it's a 40-page book that to get promoted at any company. What I did in my career is I've been promoted 14 times over the course of my career, and I unlocked the keys, and I dropped the keys in the game. And because y'all are watching Stephanie's show, if you guys want a copy, DM me. You get it. She said you can have it. You got it.
Yes. and what was the first book you ever wrote again? What was the name of it again?
Dominating the Leg Up, Getting Promoted in 6 months.
Well, can you drop us some jewels from the book? What are some pointers that you can give us a little insight into the first book that you wrote?
I want to first talk about why I wrote it. I was watching people. I'm saying I can't be promoted in a company. And I think that people believe that going to work is a reason to be promoted. As opposed to, we have to remember, companies they're looking for stakeholders. They're looking for people who believe in them. The being promoted is realizing that you have to be promotable. You have to be someone the company sees as that's going to help them level up. So I'm going to give you the quick gem. You know those meetings I have every year to talk about the company's initiative? You guys been to those meetings?
Yes.
Most people don't listen to that meeting.
No.
In that meeting, they're telling you what the company's initiatives are. Align your job title with the mission. They're looking for someone who is trying to help their mission. No matter what department you in, if you are the janitor, if their mission is to have a safe facility, find the safety things. Align your mission with their mission. That's how you're promoted in 6 months. That's the number one. You have to be an investment. They're not paying. Guys, I know no one wants to hear what I'm saying. As someone who has had high positions, I have hired people and made them 6-figure earners in my career. What I look for, are you about looking to grow? That's what they want to know.
So you need to be an asset and not a liability.
Yes, absolutely. In the book, I give a couple of tips, and I'll give it to you right now. One of them: if you see a problem and you're complaining about the problem, if you are not coming with a solution, you are part of the problem. So when you think that if we are having conversations and you feel that the department, let's say the people in your department are not working, and you go tell your boss, well, these people are not working and I'm doing all their work. Let me tell you what your boss heard. Now you're not working. That's what they hear. They're not going to go look and see whether people are working or not. Because at this point, if there were 5 people not working, now there's 6 people not working. So
the goal. I'm sorry.
Good. So when you're looking, say that be the person that rallies the troops. Be the person that rallies the troops. Hey guys, we got all these things that we're trying to get done in the department. How can I help you guys so we can make it all happen? And we can all get it done quicker.
So the goal is to be a part of the resolution.
Always be part of the solution. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So you have to be part of the solution. If you're looking to grow, this is if you're looking to grow within an organization. If you're looking to grow in an organization, you have to be the asset. Are you helping? Are you willing to help? Do you? If you go the extra looking for something in return for going the extra mile, do you help your team member? Are you doing your work satisfactory? Do you know what you're responsible for doing? Do you understand your job title? Do you understand that the job title doesn't really include everything on that paper? It includes so much more that they didn't tell you.
That's true.
Why is it breaking up?
Those are the things that the company's success.
So my question is, as far as a company is concerned, if you're looking to grow, what do you look for in a company? Because not all companies are set up for your growth. So what are you looking for in a company so that way you can be a part of the growth of a company?
That's a great question. I'll say this, but this is for the part. 8 of the 14 positions that I received were created for me.
Okay.
They did not even exist within the organizations. The reason why I say that is that sometimes you'll go to an organization and you might not see upward mobility, but you can create a position depending on what you do well. So what is it that you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking?
Right now, I'm working on my nursing career, but I do a plethora of things. The majority of the time that I spent in the field was basically customer service.
Okay. So let's say for customer service. Now, clients call, and usually customer service is where you get all the mess. You get all the people who are upset because something took place, because someone did not do something in another part of the operation. Now, let's say that you were looking to grow as a customer service rep. You didn't want to be the customer service rep. You want to be a level 2 customer service rep. What could you do? Customers call in. They have a list of problems. You start jotting down how many times you hear the same problem. You go to you. Hey, we're getting. I personally am getting this many calls for this exact same problem. This is a couple of things that I think that could help. That was how I got promoted the very first time. I wasn't even looking for a promotion. I just had something that could help.
So you stood out. You did something.
You can always figure out how to help.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you say, okay, so that was the first book, and that is being, like you said, promoted in 6 months. So what about an entrepreneur? Someone who has their own company, their own business. You're going into the CEO.
Poverty.
Okay.
So
and that's one of the
poverty to 6 figures. So hashtag poverty to 6 figures. It talks about let me rephrase that. It doesn't talk about how I made 6 figures. It talks about how you can make 6 figures.
Okay.
And the mindset is needed. Hashtag poverty to 6 figures is all about the mindset, which is also free on my website. You see sayimpossible.com. You go to www.sayiampossible.com and you can get a free copy of chapter 1. Chapter 1 talks about the 4 pillars of self: self-esteem, self-awareness, self-discipline, and self-care. Those things are necessary for you to grow as an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
So when your company isn't growing, one of those 4 pillars are usually the reason. You're not taking care of yourself properly. If you're working 14, 15-hour days in your business, 9 times you're not on how your business can grow. For self-esteem, if you believe that you are not, that you don't have all the information today, that comes across when you pitch your business to someone else. Being self-aware comes about what are the things that trigger you good and bad to grow you and grow your company. You can't grow business. Self-discipline, just that, guys. Self-discipline. How consistent and committed to your success are you? That's part of growing as an entrepreneur. So I start with building the mindset. How that mindset grows. Creating values. Your value system, not your company's value system. What are the things that you are non-negotiable with? Who are you really? Because that's how you start being an entrepreneur, a paid entrepreneur. Because that might help people get paid. I don't want them to just be out there dwindling. We want people making money.
So it sounds like the first thing that you must do is basically reevaluate yourself and your mindset in order to be able to execute these things.
Absolutely.
And you basically, it sounds like
without a shadow of a doubt.
And it sounds like you're saying that you have to have some kind of moral and integrity and value system that you stand upon and able to grow.
Absolutely. Come on with it. No. We have to think about it this way. If you're everybody's selling t-shirts on Shopify. We're gonna go there. Everyone hears that drop shipping is the next best thing. It is. You go in there, you put your product in there. You put a product in there. Okay, this goes to the bill. We're gonna use my 4 pillars and explain why that product doesn't sell. Self-care. With self-discipline. Did you research the products or did you determine that this person's product sold, the one who told you about drop shipping, and that's what you put together? What symbols are what graphics on the front of a t-shirt sell? What community are you selling to? That's because if you're looking for that business to grow, you have to promote the business, and you have to know what promotion looks like and who you're promoting to. The self-care piece. If you toss it up there and you leave it and you're not doing anything with it, you're gonna start feeling bad about yourself. It lowers your self-esteem because you're not being successful and you're feeling like a failure. When, in all honesty, when you start with building you, when the first thing I said is when we said drop shipping a t-shirt, what kind of t-shirt? What demographic that you're selling? What is your business standing for? I stand for economic growth in the Black community. That's what I stand for. I created my courses. I created my books, all from the information companies to bring information back and give small doses of it so we can grow. I stand on that. There's a couple of companies I reached out to because I want to partner with them and provide their companies with 5% of all of any proceeds I make so their companies can flourish. But all of that comes from the fact of my self-esteem is high. I know I'm going to show up. My self-discipline is high. I know I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do because my values are, my integrity is number one. When I say I'm showing up, I'm showing up. You guys know I had a podcast right before. I told Stephanie I'll be there. I said 1 minute I'll be there, and when I text her at 5:00 this morning, 1 minute at 8:01 I was on the podcast. That's why I said when I say I'm gonna be there, I'm there. My integrity is everything. So those goes to my values. That means that when I tell someone I'm showing up, they know I'm. every time. So when you get the t-shirt, what are you known for? What image are you portraying? If you're selling the shirts just to sell the shirts because you heard it's a good business, that's where the building of you has to start. Because you have to provide a service. Shirt is a service. You're clothing somebody with a piece of clothing that should have a message. I'm wearing right now a shirt that says I'm possible. Say I'm possible. I believe this. Impossible doesn't exist. The word says I'm possible. So for everything, because that's who I am and who I represent. So if I
that's
sell
your brand.
Possible, that's my brand.
So my question to you would segue into that would be, what if you do not have an actual product to sell? What if you are the brand?
I am the brand. The shirt is the shirt. I don't sell shirts. I wear the shirt, and you can buy a shirt if you want. What I am providing is I'm providing individuals who are looking for their success a map to get there. My information reminds them of who they say they are. Who you say you want to be, because we don't know how. I assist with the how.
So you assist with the reprogramming of the mind to become the CEO mindset, to be able to build the brand, to be able to sell yourself for the things that you are putting out there with confidence.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
All right. We gotta get on the campaign. She got me.
Gotta get on the campaign. So we have that was one of the second books, and then Forged in Fire. Forged in Fire. What is that book about?
So Forged in Fire talks a lot of time. So it is a memorandum piece. Everything I write has a purpose. So Forged in Fire talks about the 5 tragic situations that happened in my life and how to be empowered through them. It's a self-help book in this way, that no matter what takes place in your, it happens to you, it happens for you, not to you. All those things, and figuring out a lesson. I'm only doing 2 things in life. I'm winning and learning. That's the only thing I do in life. Win and learn. I don't lose. So everything that's in Forged in Fire talks about how you could have lost. The loss of my brother, of my friends. It talks a lot about those losses and how I turned those into wins, and how everyone else can do the same. Every section has a moment of empowerment. So individuals, it's not about reading my story. It's about finding your tragedy and how to get past it.
Also turning tragedy into what they say triumph.
My apologies.
I say, as they say, turning tragedy into triumph.
Absolutely.
You know, with those hurdles. And my question, because sometimes, especially when you're first starting off, you're gonna come across certain hurdles in your business. How do you go about overcoming those hurdles without having the mentality that you want to give up?
So how you overcome a challenge? I want to make sure I heard it correctly. How you overcome a hurdle is what the question. So how you overcome a hurdle is. Go ahead, no, finish, please.
I was just saying, because when you're starting off in the business, it's not always what you think it might be. So when you come across those challenges and sometimes you want to give up, how do you keep your mentality at that place to where it'll get greater later? How do you overcome those challenges and those hurdles?
Know that there's going to be one in the beginning. Set yourself up for success. It's the first thing. Know that you're going to fail. Know that it's inevitable. That everything that you do will not be successful. Set yourself up in the beginning to know that you're going to be looking for the lessons when things fail. And not that you're hoping that they fail quickly so you can learn the lesson quicker. So prepare.
Mm.
You don't have to get ready when you are ready.
Stay ready.
Yes, stay ready. Stay ready, so you have to get ready. But you know what? We don't take that into our everyday life. We use it as a saying, but it's true in your everyday life. I prepare that the worst, you prepare for the worst. Right. Most people prepare for the best, and when the worst happens, they feel like the whole world's crumbled. But when you prepare your mind that the worst can happen, and when it doesn't, yes, you know what I'm saying? You celebrate that it didn't happen, but you were ready if it did. So the first thing is prepare yourself. Challenging. Prepare for the challenge. When it's cold outside, what y'all do? What we do?
Put the coat on.
You get ready. Get yourself prepared before you go outside into weather that storm. Put those layers on. Yeah, and hope for the best when you go outside. Chicago.
You prepare for the worst when you put the.
One day there'll be 60 degrees and below zero when you go outside later. Like that day in the last, a couple of weeks ago, that it was 60 degrees when the day started, but by the end of the day it was 12 degrees outside. The same day. That was like 2-3 weeks ago. So now I say this. Now let me tell you what I did. She had this one for me. I have a coat in the car. It was 60 degrees. I had on a short sleeve shirt, but there was a coat in the car because we live in Chicago. That's her favorite phrase. What did I do? I prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. So I wasn't cold. I had my coat and walked in my house. That's to prepare that anything can happen, because it will.
Anything that can't happen will happen.
Absolutely. But if you prepare for that, your business is a possibility that you won't have enough money to get ready for Q2. You run your business lean in Q1 until you make money for Q2. As opposed to spending all your marketing dollars in Q1, you spend some of the marketing dollars. You do some self sweat equity. Then you have a little bit more funds for Q2. But that goes to success because you and hope for the best. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, it does. It does. It definitely does. It's very interesting. It seems like in your books, the way that you have written them is basically the stages in life that you were at when you wrote those books. Basically, like you said, you grow from working for a company to becoming a CEO to talking about the trials and tribulations within the things that you have been through. So how do you prepare yourself for the CEO mindset? Because let's just say you have a person who doesn't have that mindset. How do you gear them towards preparing themselves to become a CEO?
Out of life. Are you happy where you are? If you're not happy where you are, on the other side of you being comfortable, you have to get uncomfortable. So I ask you, how ready are you to be uncomfortable? They'll be like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm ready. Get into the course. This is work. Course says done with you, not done for you. It's a done with you thing. I give you steps, but you got to execute those steps. So the first thing is are you ready for your breakthrough? And do you really understand what that means? So if you're not uncomfortable where you are right now, if you don't want more right now, this might not be for you. You're not ready yet. Because to be a CEO, you got to be ready that you're going to be the top person that is going to be in charge of what goes on in your life. You're going to be that person. That's why you are clear in your actions, that you are empowered by your choices and you're owning your direction. You got to be ready. But how do I do it? I had a conversations about, are you looking for growth? Are you looking? The first thing everyone says is, I'm looking for money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna break it down because we can't reach a goal that is just arbitrary. We have to have some. So I'm looking to make $100 a week, $100 a day. I always tell people start with something small, $50 a day. What can you do right now to make $50 a day legally?
Yeah.
Legally.
Yes.
And then from there, they're like, well, I could do this. Well, I really don't like to do that. I really like to play my video game. Okay. People make money playing games. Are you structured? Are you ready to be disciplined enough to show someone else how to play the game that you play real well?
Mm-hmm.
What anything that you're ready to put in the iterations to do?
Mm-hmm.
So it's getting people involved with understanding no matter where you are, you have a choice. You make a choice every single day to stay where you are or move forward. So if you do nothing, you stay where you are. You reach forward towards where you could be.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
I'm always going to be positive. I'm always going to be positive.
That's another thing that we need to understand too. Staying positive.
Absolutely.
Being optimistic. And understanding that, like you said, you may come across things, but you have to let those feelings flow through you and not stick to you and get back on track. What they say, once you fall off the horse, you have to get back on. So,
but what did I say in the beginning? I'm only doing two things in life: winning and learning.
that's
So
right.
even when, I fail often because I'm always willing to try something new. I'm always steadily moving forward. 2 years ago, I could have a conversation for longer than half an hour. For a whole year, for a whole 6 months, I did a podcast to get myself comfortable. Then I started doing people's podcasts. Then I started doing the radio. Then I started doing my own show. Repetition made me better.
Mm-hmm.
But I was willing to fail. I looked at some of those episodes the other day. I was like, man, I want to delete this so bad. But I need to see it because that shows the progress.
Mm-hmm.
It shows me where I was and how I continue to move forward. And I celebrate it. You had an episode when I was on Dope Living TV and I didn't stutter. Afterwards, I called my friend and I said, did I stutter? She's like, you made it through it with no stutter. And we both celebrated on the phone. It's celebrating when you win. It doesn't have to be a whole party. Hey, did you decide today that you're going to get up and do something different?
Mm-hmm.
Did you make the phone calls to potential customers? That's a win.
Mm-hmm.
When the customer called you back and you because of the follow-up and you made money, that's when it turned into material. But you won when you made not when the you got to check it because before you wouldn't even make the phone call. So you got to celebrate that you picked up that phone and dialed it and told the customer, hey, I can offer you A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Even if you were nervous and it was a loss, woo, I should have done better. Then the next time you tape yourself making that phone call so you can look back at it over time and say, okay, this is what I could have done. See, that's that winning or learning. And then the third call gets better because you took forth the effort. It all starts small, guys. No matter what. You get trained at every job you go to. Think about it. So why don't we I got a question to ask y'all. Why don't we take those same things and do it in our lives? If every job you ever had, you were a novice at some point. You didn't know nothing about nothing. And then you became better because you got trained and you learned and you started doing. Why don't we do that in our everyday lives?
Because people don't have a CEO mindset. It's a worker. It's a lack of thought. It's the worker bee mindset. You're not looking You're not looking to help yourself grow. You're looking what you could do to help someone else grow. And not even growth. It's just, you're just being. You're just you're not thriving. You're just surviving. It's just your day to day. The monotony, like I said, most people don't think that way. Most people are, they don't really have a purpose. They don't have a passion behind their purpose. They're just going through life, waking up and going to sleep every day and don't have anything to strive towards. So that would be a reason why a lot of people do not take those things and implement them in their lives. I know a lot of people who are immaculate workers, and they should not be at the level that they're at, because if they took what they gave or what they have to offer to someone else, they can definitely be greater, but they don't believe in themselves. So.
And that goes into
yes.
That's why it's chapter number 1. When you open hashtag poverty 6 figures, is the very first chapter, and that's why that's why I give it away, because I want people that you got to get that mindset for your growth. But I see this. Everyone won't. I also say I'm not a coach for. I got 4% of people who really are looking to grow their business or grow themselves so they can have a business, because that's what I teach. Growing you so you can have more, do more, be more. But first, you got to grow you. So, yes, I tell people, yes, we'll make money working with me. But the first thing they learn is how to grow them, how to be the best version of them. Because that version of them needs to show up so they can make the money, sustain the money, and grow the money.
Because your inner being shines out through your outer being. So if your inner being is not together, then you're definitely not going to succeed on the outer part. It's part of manifestation process. A lot of people don't understand frequency and positivity and things of that nature, which helps you to grow, to be able to output and get the things that you want in life back. So, I mean, I definitely understand.
Absolutely, because manifestation starts in your mind.
It does.
Creativity starts with you. You manifest things. You think things that come into creation starts with the creative thought in your mind. Have you guys heard that? You've heard the statement that it takes 7 seconds from the time you think something to you say it. I want to pause everybody for 7 seconds. I want y'all to see how long 7 seconds really is. Do you guys see how long 7 seconds really is?
It definitely is.
Now, when you say 7 seconds, when you have 7 seconds is no time. Seconds is a lifetime when you're trying thoughts together and speaking your thoughts. That's why I have a thing about respond over reaction. I respond to situations. I don't react. I give myself the 7 seconds. I think. I breathe. Giving yourself air gives air to your gives oxygen to your brain. Take the breath.
And a lot of people don't even know, they don't even breathe correctly. So you're not even really at the precipice of your thought process, because a lot of the times when you are nervous, you're not even breathing and you don't even know it.
I use that technique. What's that technique? We talking about we on real life topics here. So how we breathe? Just break it down for me.
I guess it depends upon what you're doing. For me, for relaxation purposes, you breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. I think it's like maybe 5 seconds. You breathe in, out. Because I dabble in meditation, so it's basically keeping the mind still enough to be able to let out what the universe flow through. Because I'm about to download and talking to the universe and spirituality and things of that nature. So. When I do meditate and I do sit still and try to clear my thoughts enough for me to be able to think straight, because I can't say that has helped me with like maybe stress management and like even in school with doing work, when you're feeling overwhelmed, if you just take the time to breathe, to release and let it flow. So yeah, I would say maybe 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, in through the nose, out through the mouth. It helps tremendously.
I'm a student of meditation. So I appreciate what you said. So I do the 4-7-8. So the 4-7-8 is you breathe in 4 seconds, you hold your breath for 7 seconds, and you exhale for 8. Because it allows your brain, and during that time, you're not thinking because you're counting. Once you do it 3 times, you no longer even notice you're doing it. It relaxes your mind to a state of getting to your subconscious. Because we do 99% of the things that we do subconsciously. Our conscious mind is what stops us from growing. I want to say that again. Our conscious mind stops us from growing. If we gave away
programming of the subconscious. But it's through programming of the subconscious.
But our subconscious is part of the universe. Because think about it, our bodies work subconsciously. How do we regulate our blood? How do we slow the pace of? How is it that we don't know when we fall asleep? Our body works by itself automatically anyway. The information that we have learned is the consciousness that keeps us from growing. I want y'all to be tapped into meditation. I've become a connoisseur of books and readings and teachings of Buddhist meditations, and finding out who the true people who can give more clarity to your mind.
It's a part of alchemizing things too, transmuting
we're all part
of energies and things into your life. Like you say, becoming a CEO mindset. Sometimes we go through negative things in our life and we don't know how to take that energy and transmute it into something good, because energy never leaves. It always is recycled. So we can take those negative things that we go through in life and turn them into something positive. We don't know how powerful it can be for us, instead of dwelling on the negative things that you go through in life. So alchemy is definitely one of the things I know. It's a lot of sciences and things that we as people are not aware of that really affects us. And knowledge is power. So, if we become more informed about knowing thyself and how our bodies work, we can actually use those things to work for us and not against us.
That's true. Facts.
Absolutely.
Facts. So there we have it. So, this Wake Up CEO show every Wednesday on My Chicago Radio from 3 to 5 p.m. Am I correct with the time?
Yes. So Radio Chicago, get in. I'm telling you, I have a phenomenal time on that show, because we go over one topic and we get clear, empowered, and owned, and all in those 2-hour sessions.
Yes, every Wednesday, the Wake Up CEO show. Also, Rachel, could you please let everyone know, Real Life Topics audience know, what do you provide as far as you are a leadership coach and you are author of plenty of books. What do you provide that you can help people with?
What I do as far as leadership coaching and development is recognize who they are and grow that person to be the CEO of their life. And being a CEO is just someone who is actually taking ownership for your growth. They're CEOs of companies. You are a company. Everything that goes on in your life goes through you. That's your emotions, relationships, all of that starts with you. If you manage you well, everything else will prosper. So what I do is I have a coaching and mentorship program. So Say I'm Possible Academy has the books, all the books that I offer, but what individuals find success within themselves so they can grow their finances quickly. That's what I do.
And how could people contact you if they want that mentorship from Rachel L. Gary? How could they contact you?
So if you go to www.sayI.com, that is www.sayIampossible.com, and you can be able to contact me or enter any of my programs there. If you are looking for, so every Monday starting on January 19th, I will be on TikTok Circle of Genius and giving away up your Circle of Genius. Because at the end of the day, I want you guys to find success within you, one step at a time. So let's start at the base and work our way up.
You also have a show on Thursdays as well. Could you tell Real Life Topics audience about the show that you have on Thursdays?
To work with the National Black Radio Hall of Fame inductees on Dope Living TV. So every Thursday, I am the resident leadership coach that comes on and does CEO nuggets. And that's where we have great conversations and we talk about specific topics from Greg Gray. And Gray he is a called 923. Many years ago, he was the number one. He had the number one video show in the world for.
Okay, so there you have it. If you definitely want a great mentor, a great leader that can help guide you into the right way, please hit up Rachel L. Gary. And every Wednesday on My Chicago Radio from 3 to 5 p.m., if you want to, it's time to wake up. It's time for us to have that CEO mindset. I'm just saying, guys, it's time for us to wake up, and Rachel L. Gary will put you right where you need to be to get to the level that we all should be at. We all should be coming together. We all should be having a CEO mindset. It gets no better than that. And Real Life Topics Podcast also wants to thank Rachel L. Gary for her patience and for just joining Real Life Topics Podcast. It's an honor. We've been waiting so long for this to happen, and we got so much many more. We ain't letting Rachel L. Gary let us go either. So we got so much more. You'll see us again with Rachel because we have so much more that you gonna see me every Wednesday and every Thursday for sure. And of course every 5 o'clock in the morning when you shoot out those.
I so appreciate Stephanie. I really, really do. She always support. I want to say I'm honored that you and I think that that's something that's lost in a lot of ways. When you have individuals who are actually supporting your cause and who are pressing that forward. I appreciate Real Life Topics. I appreciate the fact that you guys took the opportunity, and I appreciate the great questions down there. Thank you very much, all of you. Those questions
to be honest with you, I'm learning and growing. So I just was asking because I need to know. I'm trying to get the stepping up as well. So, I thank you for your gems and your jewels. I really do. Thank you so much.
No problem. And I can't wait to see you guys on Wake Up CEO.
Yes.
Come on. We will you guys come in and drop some information on my audience as well, because especially with those great questions, because we're all learning. We're all learning every day. I am not the know-all be-all. I am very good at coaching and developing leaders. But am I learning on an everyday basis? Absolutely.
You forever learn to the day you die.
That came through my program. And my third cohort is going to be a little different because I learned something in the second and I learned something in the first. On the fourth cohort is going to be different because I'm going to learn something from the third. If you are a student of life, that means that you're open for learning. I'm open from learning from people. Everyone, you need for it. So be open for it, CEO.
Listen, we're trying to be a Rachel L. Gary success story. Y'all
come on now. Come on now.
Now we here, CEO mindset, us please, okay?
Come on in. As I told her when we had already, let me know. Right now, I want to be honest, guys. I am booked for the next 18 weeks. I have 6 cohorts full of people currently. Because at the end of the day, I want individuals to find success. Does my program cost? Yes. Is it free? No. Do I think? Yes. The course is $497 for 10 weeks. What you get? Let me talk about it real quick. You get
That's right.
coaching and mentorship. You get a 10-week action plan. You get the copy of Hashtag Poverty 6 Figures. You are highlighted on 2 different podcasts as well as on a TV network. My TV on my, which is called CEO State of Mind. We are looking to highlight, grow, and develop the next generation of business owners. Are you ready?
Oh, yes. And then what people also need to understand is you must invest in yourself. A lot of people say, oh, I don't have it. It takes money to make money. And we also have to stop shortchanging ourselves. There are a lot of businesses out here that do not, they shortchange themselves when it comes to the product that they have, even if it is their own brand. So especially in our community, everybody want a discount, or you know what I mean. So at the end of the day, you must
money for the low.
You have to invest in yourself, okay? Whatever you put into something is what you get out, and more than likely, if you do it the right way, you get it back 10 times fold. So
that's right. Well, there you have it, guys. Leadership coach and author Rachel L. Gary. Once again, Rachel, if you could please just tell the audience, how could they contact you if they want this mentorship package?
Guys, you can look me up. You can look me up on Google at Rachel L. Gary, and you'll see everything. But I want to say something to you, CEOs. If you're looking for success and growth, stay locked in with Real Life Topics. They have awesome shows with awesome individuals. I had the pleasure to be here today. And if you guys are ever wanting to look for growth and development, be just what you are thinking, let the 2026 pass you by and you're in the same position as you was in 2025. Growth and development is in you. Be focused on you. Be ready to grow. And I got to end with my normal things everywhere. And if you are looking for real growth, always get locked in with Rachel L. Gary on any social media platform, and it's out and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You.
Us.
There you have it. With Real Life Topics Podcast, we want you guys to have a great evening. Be safe out there. And remember, tune in every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central Time with Real Life Topics Podcast. Please hit up Rachel L. Gary if you want that CEO mindset. Have a good evening. It's Real Life Topics Podcast.